What up, baby? What up, baby? What up, baby?
Hello. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have done something ridiculous. Crystal, by the way, thank you so much for the resub. You're the bomb. 12 months. That's crazy. What's crazy about that is that I know this is your second account. Oh my gosh, Amanda, hi. Lindsay, Crystal, hi everybody. You guys, I did something ridiculous. So I was scrolling through Steam the other night looking for ideas of what we can play on stream. I found a couple of really good games that are very similar to Life is Strange, by the way. Those have been added to the list. Oh my gosh, Lindsay, thank you so much for the biddies. Found some really good games that we're gonna play probably next month. So I was just sitting there doing a little scrolly scroll, just scrolling along, and I come across game. This game is called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. And so I don't know if you guys know this or not. Give Sage a treat. I will in just a sec when I finish my rant. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but KFC was my first job. I worked at KFC when I was 16, freshly 16. I worked there for like a couple of weeks because it was terrible and disgusting. And then I stopped showing up. But that was my first job. And now we're going to play a game about it. I just want you all to know. I want you all to know that this game was published by KFC. This is not a third-party situation. It's not an indie game. This game was made by KFC. KFC themselves published this game. Okay, now. Casey said I was with her when she was laughing uncontrollably for a good 15 minutes. That's exactly what happened. I thought it was hilarious. Oh my gosh, Amanda with a 10 stream streak. Let's fucking go. Lindsay with a 10 stream streak as well. You guys are the bomb. Boop, Blackbird. Well, bird. Bird's the word. Oh, well, bird. Oh my god, I just opened the game. You guys. I'd be so amazing that Ace would give her $20. Okay, you guys. Are you ready for this? Okay. I like breathtaking. Thank you. I did my makeup in like 2 seconds actually. But thank you. I appreciate it. Guys, look at the mug. Just saying. Let's get deep fried fucked up. I just want you all to know, I had to Google before stream if this game was safe for work. Because I wanted to know. I literally, one of the top results was somebody posting in a forum, and it was like, is this game safe for work? Like, I want to play it on stream, but I don't want Mr. Colonel to pop his cock out. Apparently it's safe for work. But it does have like a 2 out of 3 on like gore and violence, so I don't know what the fuck that means, but let's find out. Let's find out. Irritable bowels, yes. You guys, if you didn't know, the IB in my logo actually stands for irritable bowels. It's not Ivy Bloom, it's irritable bowels. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to say. I honestly, let's just go. Enter your name. Ivy. The chicken and the biscuits. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Oh my goodness. Let me get cozy. Let me get cozy. We're in for a wild ride. I can't believe we're about to experience this together, you guys. Oh, we gotta give Sage a treat before I forget. She already jumped down. She already knows. Oh my goodness. You are such a good girl. She knows what treat means. She's ready. The only reason she sits in here during my streams is because she knows that she's gonna get treats. She's so sweet. She loves coming to streams because she knows there's gonna be snacks. Such a good baby. She's the best baby. Speaking of good babies, we had to put a pile of cat food in the hallway today because Cooter was afraid of the dryer and the food bowl was past the dryer. The only thing Sage loves more than treats is tax evasion. That's true. She does not pay taxes. Don't let her try to fool you. Okay. Let's get into it. You could stay in this moment forever. Fuck is that? Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Culinary school? Smack that clock up and at 'em. Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. My God, this is ridiculous. Laying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Can we just talk about the name of the school? First of all, can we talk about the fact that our protagonist, assuming, is attending culinary school for their inevitable job at KFC. And also that the school is called University of Cooking School. Bro. He's too cute to pay taxes. Yeah, for real. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will... Hello! Oh my gosh, Rainbow Hazard! What's up? Welcome in. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously, or you allow yourself to daydream a bit. I think we should daydream a little bit. Oh my gosh, Mom, Dad, hi. Hi, Rainbow. How are you? How's it going? Everybody say hi to my mom and dad. There's a cute bunny in the chat. There is. I'm super excited about it. It's here, finally! Your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities. When you realize you're running late, you grab a biscuit and burst out the door. This fucking game, dude. You're just a little guy. Oh my gosh, that's a little guy back there. That's my doggy. We call her Little Guy. That's her nickname. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Mmm, delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Jesus Christ. What am I playing right now? Today is the day your daughter becomes Twitch's #1 creator. Yes, Mom, Dad. Do you remember when I worked at KFC for like 2 days? This game was made by KFC. It's a Colonel Sanders dating simulator. I can't explain myself. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, popping caps with the biddies. Thank you, and thank you for the lurk as well. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Hey, Pagan! How's it going? Oh my gosh, GB's here too? The whole crew is here. What's up, you guys? Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. She is pretty cute. Good morning, Ivy. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. You guys, this game. Oh my gosh, yours was Poop Scooper? Oh my gosh. So I worked at KFC when I was 16. I worked there for like a couple weeks, actually. It wasn't 2 days. And then after that, I worked at Dairy Queen, and I worked there until I was like 20, honestly. I worked there for a hot minute. It was in your job duty too. Yeah. Oh boy. It's just that. This morning I made breakfast for myself, but well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. This game. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand. Hold on, can we just talk about, do you guys remember back in the day, they taught everybody how to escape quicksand? Like, I really thought in my like 4-year-old brain that quicksand was going to be a problem that I encountered multiple times in my life. I've never seen quicksand. Anyway. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only 3-day semesters. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Girl, what kind of degree are you trying to get? Sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? I think we should pep talk her. I think she's got it. She's got it in the bag. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Oh my gosh, hi, Pagan. 3-day culinary class is starting to make more sense as to why you end up at KFC. Yeah. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit. I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after... Balls. Sick inside! Hello, my son! Bloomers unite! Yes, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys like that emo. I worked really hard on it. You know what? Surprisingly enough, that emo and the one with the fire took the most time because I actually like blended in those. I never do that. Charge! We're charging into battle. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Oh boy. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yeah, I kind of can actually. You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Nope. Can't believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! As Ashley? I refuse to believe that that's supposed to be Ashley. That's not how you spell Ashley. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, and you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You mean... chicken shins. I'm gonna start using that as an insult. That's how anime spells it. So her name's Ashley. Listen, you guys, not to dox myself or anything, but my name in real life is Ashley. And that's not how you spell Ashley. You leave Ivy's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. Sounds familiar. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. That's what I'm saying. Right? If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. I like big shins and I cannot lie. Yeah, right? Sick inside? You've got the right idea. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. You guys, what is this game? Van. You ring. Why does he kind of look like handsome Squidward? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to prepare. Oh. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off. So you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Shh, see you later, losers. Oh my gosh. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Did he just fart? Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? Oh yeah, Casey, it's okay. It's in my bio. Oh my gosh, Feels, thank you so much for the biddies. Feels, how are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. We need to have a girls' night soon. All of us. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name his name tag clearly says Bob. Oh my gosh. He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Oh boy. We never hang anymore. I know, I'm sorry. I really want to have a girls' night. I've just been traveling so much lately. We'll have girls' night soon. I promise. Hi, Pop. I'm Ivy. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Ooh. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Feels, thank you for the lurk. Maybe we can have a girls' night sometime this week. No, well, following week. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. That's Sage. That's Sage right there. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fills the air of the classroom. You're a little busy this week. Well, yeah, but you have to work. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's Colonel Sanders. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. Oh my gosh. Is it getting hot in here? Down for Saturday night? I'm not... Casey, do you work Saturday? I arrive in Vegas on Saturday. I don't know if we have plans Saturday or not, though. It's him! It's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Oh my gosh, hi, Duel. Duel said, what the hell have I walked into? Buddy, I'm trying to figure out the same thing. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with your really weird insults? Besides, when Ivy sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Oh my goodness. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. What? You leave early on weekends? Well, that's okay. Got plenty of days where you work super late. Just a KFC fever dream? Yeah, for real. I don't know about a fever, but it is certainly hot. Oh my gosh, hi Dream. Welcome in. How are you? Please use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Take the handkerchief or refuse the handkerchief? I think we take it, right? You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face. But when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. You guys, I'm trying really hard to hold it together. I don't know how serious I can take this, though. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Fucking bot. Yeah, right? We got bots in here. That's okay. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You guys hear the game audio at all? Turn it up. This is a place of love, not bots. You're right. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring to, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Oh. Speaking of bots, the class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands on silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Ooh, Sage loves chicken, so I'm gonna go with chicken. And plus it's KFC, you gotta go chicken. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide and he locks in. His favorite! Well, I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. This is getting gross. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit,
That's what she
activate.
said.
Holy Spirit, activate. 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 All right, let's go.
You guys, I have a feeling that we're gonna need the Holy Spirit in this stream. Because I think it's gonna get real weird. Elle Sheridan, thank you for the follow. What's up, Elle? How you doing? Settle down, young chefs. Take your seat and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. I was today years old when I learned there was a KFC dating sim. Can I just tell you, this game was published by KFC. This isn't an indie game. KFC did this to themselves. Hey, Ivy, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me. If you're interested. Ooh.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, that is so loud.
Activate.
I'm so sorry.
Activate. All right, let's go.
That has to be hurting y'all's ears. I just turned it down. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize the alerts were so loud. I think I fixed it though. Should we sit next to Miriam or Colonel Sanders? I kind of want to say Colonel Sanders. KFC did this for us. You're right. You're so right. You were jamming? Okay, good. I don't feel so bad then. It looked like it was about to blow everybody's eardrums out. I'm gonna pick Colonel Sanders. 2 good options, but which will you choose? You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. The Colonel hath died for our sins. Oh my goodness. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. This kid. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree, as chicken is to feather. Night vision goggles. Or a slam dunk. These are all really compelling answers. I'm gonna say feather. That's right! What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Obviously a spork. That's right! What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat or a pancake that looks like a silly face. See, I personally would say a pancake that looks like a silly face, but I'm gonna go with this one. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Your total score is 5 out of 5. Hell yeah. Camel meat? Yeah, no, I think that camel meat is also correct. I wonder if you can like get these questions wrong, honestly. They might all be correct. Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. Ooh. It gets you over the hump. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, Ivy. You just... I can't take this seriously. Hot diggity, Ivy. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hoo-hoo. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting for what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. This is wild. For years, I have been developing a secret... You said because he's a sex god? For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. Munchie! Thank you for the lurky lurk. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Aw, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poisonous. Got him! He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley was prepared to follow up with, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. Ooh, she's after our man! How rude of her. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold back his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim towards the light. I think that we should savor the moment. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. This is getting so strange. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be... Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with the Colonel Sanders. You approach him. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Haha, how bold to come and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. You really don't want to be at the dispo? I'm sorry. Hopefully the day goes by fast. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. We're smooth. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easy, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use blank. Oh. It's a blank. Blank? Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you searched. It's a secret! Okay. Oh my goodness. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared while everyone else is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest but thoughtful. After we've graduated in 3 days. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna wow him with a big idea. You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavor. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe? And you think you can do better? Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to... Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, Ivy. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. Oh, we fucked that up real bad. That certainly didn't go as planned. That's correct. You go try to practice tomorrow morning? Oh, are we gonna go bowling when I'm there? You'd better head back inside, but you wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature, adorable, tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Ivy. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop bzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Frown duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Definitely Pop. She thought he was cute. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Way too busy last Tuesday, but you need to go. Yeah, we can go too when I'm there. You still got a couple weeks too. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. He holds a banana and without peeling it, proudly eats the entire. Okay. He holds up a banana and without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. Oh, Crystal, I hope your tummy feels better. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. He looks at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. All right, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef in an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Or your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Honestly, the only thing on this list I would eat is the mashed potatoes and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does anybody have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? No, geez, Van Van. Well, I'm over here crushing Ivy's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? You said, why is this so well written? Yeah, right? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van Van, are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Ivy was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct I can't talk. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel Sanders, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that was positioned yourself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need, or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Ooh. I feel like we gotta go to Miriam. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust, vis-a-vis my skills as a chef perhaps, but stepping away from this competition, you are surely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Ivy is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud. Guys, why is this getting sexy? Hey, fuck you, buddy. You're cooking. Ain't that great to talk shit to Dog Daddy?
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the spoonful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something, do something. Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to create something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Ivy. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I has potatoes face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't. Something about this... Guys, this is so ridiculous. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! You guys, look. Look at this. He turned into a ghost. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up into Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. Ashley! What's up, Trey? Trey, look at what we're playing. It's going great. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him that you're developing feelings for him. Hey, buddy, I know that we met, 3 hours ago, but, howdy. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Ivy. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no. Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? Weren't even on the stream? What happened to your voice? There is murder in this game. Oh my goodness. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What's his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. What? The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a... But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Oh my goodness, you guys. It looks like a Pokemon. Oh, Ace is resting his voice, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, KFC, for this game. Guys, this game is so good. It honestly, it's very good marketing. I kind of want KFC now. I don't even like KFC. Let's attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real! That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love does 1 damage. At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack? You take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. You decide to go on the attack again. Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons... Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot Pie Power Pinch! Hot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me! An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The Spork Monster is this is so silly. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it is so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borgo. Borgo? That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Hi, Munchie! Munchie, how's it going? Hope y'all are ready for Ivy to join Splatter and Scatterfest. I'm excited. I'm ready. Oh boy. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep again. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. Feel your covers being pulled up over you as you were tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You guys, I love this game. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hat just because he had a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Ha 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 ha, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to improve your... You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden. Why did I just forget how to read? So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me. And the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. Oh my goodness. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyway, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I think we should make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know. It sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing thing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders! He's arriving at school! On a horse? I feel like we should play it cool. I don't think we should just run right up to him. I think we should stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he is being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Ivy just gets really nervous around people they like. What? That is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning her up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. Gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature or act like you're not interested in them, but try really hard and get a closer look. Tell them to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. Didn't that guy die? No, it was the other kid that died. The one that didn't have a name because he never got to introduce himself because he was late. That was the one that died. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. You guys remember Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, and there was that one kid that was like, toot, toot, and then he like farted really a lot? That made me think of that. Hank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Why is his foot meaty? Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Zwamp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clink, but Clink shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspiration to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite foal, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Ivy, naturally this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit, a shimmering pepper, or a glass of water? I think I'd go for the pepper, honestly. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. I don't think that was a pepper, you guys. My friend, oh, that's the dead kid, right? This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is as I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is sorry, I think I've got some spice stuck in my It's fine. I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you must feel yourself begin to read. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. Think to your We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make dramatic and today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Step up and tell them you're on. Or do we demand that they stop wasting everyone's time? I think you're on, buddy. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me. Guys, I need a new mic arm. This one is, likes to smack me in the face. Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool, fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Ivy. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to the madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! Oh, Sprinkles is so cute. I love you too, Casey. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was forced under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made him mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? That's wrong. Good. What were you thinking, Ivy? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust. That's wrong. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. Never the wrong time for a dog joke. Oh boy. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So, where does it come from? I didn't pick anything. That's wrong. This is a horrible time to start forgetting important things. Can you possibly recover from so many wrong answers? I don't think I can. I think I'm fucking up. Nope. Game over. Okay, let's try again. It's not going to start me from the beginning, right? Okay. 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 You're on. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Aroo. I don't know what the correct answers are. What temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius? Okay. See, I don't know Celsius, so. 3-day culinary school is fucking brutal. You're right, but it's so hard. Hello, Crystal. Welcome back. That's right, but how would you have gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. That actually does motivate me a lot. I'd like to rub the furry belly, please. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. 11. That's right. Tail wag intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance. That's wrong.
What up, baby?
Hello. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time. Your classmates are rooting for you. Blah, 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 blah. Where does that come from? Small town. Wrong. We're gonna have to do this again. Try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. No? Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep, game. Oh my gosh. This is hard. Okay, before we do this again, Sage is begging to be let out of my office, so give me like 2 seconds to let her out. Okay. This time for sure, you guys. This time for sure. You're on, guys. Okay, we literally just did this. I'm sorry I'm skipping if you just came in. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius. That's right, but how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that entice you to win. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 11. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. But where does it come from? A small town where big dreams are born. Popeye's been real fucking quiet since this gem dropped. Yeah, right? Honestly, you guys, Popeye's is good. KFC's alright. But Church's chicken, where it's at. That's right. This is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Ooh. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence. That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Ivy. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill a traditional Victorian bathtub? What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Gosh, sorry. I didn't even see the answers. Grr. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and baked biscuits? This would be so much better and worse with the Burger King mascot. Can't ace trivia and have an erection. Yeah, right? And by better / worse, I mean hilariously really creepy. I think you're so right, Trey. I wish that more restaurants did this. Everyone was sexually awakened by the king. Yeah. My gosh, popping caps. Thank you so much for the biddies. Woof, woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Ah, yikes! Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You You might not have any hands, but Ivy does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by doing the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Ivy, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Ivy's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. Ooh, dogs can't have chocolate though. I was going to ask Ivy to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 wastes, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. That sounds so good. You guys, I'm starving. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. Hee. Ashley's kind of a bitch and she spells her name wrong, what a hoe. What I said. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel or put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. I feel like that makes us seem too needy. I feel like we need to internalize our rage. We don't want to seem too needy. And it got dirtier. You're so right. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. What? The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of this semester. Perhaps forever. What just happened? Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. What is going on, you guys? The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. Yeah, we should. My face burst into flames. Hello? I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think, yes. Well, then think again. I was always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born this way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all put together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, prepare for the... It's the Spork monster! Sporko? It is! I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. Glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of pressure. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. Oh boy. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and I shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Ivy, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must look like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Guys, his house is so fancy. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. When you hear about Pete Doctor's and about Pixar, I did not. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something, just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish she might be describing. They're going to ignore artist integrity and these autobiography type movies and focus only on mass appeal sequels? What? What the heck? That sounds pretty stupid. Guys, I need a new mic arm so bad. Okay, sorry. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Perhaps both? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Gotta reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be. Share your original thing with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. Reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you keep on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage disc glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. Guys, it's getting sexy. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Ooh. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh my gosh, I want to know what candle this is. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Power tool! So keep doing the same thing they've been doing for 10 years. Yeah, that. Power tool. Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69. No. One of the secret recipe ingredients. It's blank. Tap on an item to discover more. Is this an urn? You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. What's this? Just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's, can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost is swept out by a breeze. Tap on an item. Blah, blah, blah. Chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting in a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. Little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Ooh. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look nice on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. Just tell him the truth. Yeah, I have a super creepy big crush on you. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Ivy. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Let's go. I love the little like sleep animation of all of the characters flying past on chicken. This is why indie developers get your full support, yeah, for real. I do really like Nintendo as well. I like whoever made this game. Like, I know that KFC published it, but why is the story kind of good, though? Why are more fast food restaurants not making these games? I'm honestly not even surprised that KFC was the one to make it. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Why doesn't it just tell me? In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're a perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Oh, I thought it was about to get sexy in here. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg or flatter him? Ooh. I'm gonna flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. Single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. Imagine a Ronald McDonald based horror game. Five Nights at Ronnie's. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something bad happened to you. It's okay. But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house. Shush house? But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say shush house? As if that's a thing that people just say? What does that even refer? My thoughts exactly, dude. And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Haha, sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Ivy, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it.
That's what she said.
Is what she said. Munchie! I haven't looked at the chat in so long, I'm sorry. Ooh, every time I click out of this game, it like closes and I get really scared that it crashed and closed and yeah. Skill issue. Me? Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Ivy, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting for him by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? Giggity. It was...
My special mixtape will get you going.
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. It's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Ivy, I'm more than capable enough to speak to myself. Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See it inside, Ivy. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's the book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on my upcoming final exam. Oh, don't forget the Colonel! That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like literally anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. I don't think we should do it. I feel like, honestly, if we do it, then what's going to happen is we're going to forget about him, right? And then when we walk into class, you know, to do the big test, we're going to see him and just be mesmerized all over again. But it'll be like more intense because we think it's the first time we've seen him, though. Is it, though? Is it a pretty good excuse? I think I'm going to say I'm not going to do it. Not doing it. Don't take your friend's advice and put the... You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Ooh, good idea. Reach into your backpack and grab some homework from the last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. Ahem, I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My, Ivy, were you studying something with cinnamon? This game is so ridiculous. I've been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Ivy, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class, but I miss you. We went on one date, Pop. How can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. Dog of wisdom. Oh my gosh, Sprinkles is the best. Sprinkles reminds me of Sage. Sage is the dog of wisdom. She's so smart, even though her brain is the size of an acorn. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. PM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Yeah, there is. Hey, Miriam. Are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everybody? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind brushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person. Doesn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest, anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet the Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head into the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test for recipe you've been working on. Ivy's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Ivy, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success, looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off right behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all, or fess up about your practice. I'm gonna fess up. I'm just gonna tell him. I want his opinion on it, honestly. Okay, you got me. Doing a bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. An all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow, that actually looks so good. You guys, I'm starving. Oh, did you guys hear that? The sound. Maybe the real secret ingredient is the daddies we've drooled over along the way. I think you're right. Why is he kind of hot though? The best pot pie I've ever tasted. I just love country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules! That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up to the cook-off of a lifetime. Sorry, my lips are getting crusty. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usually over-the-top shelves. Why can't I talk? Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing this 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts out at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates in the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend bastard blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clamp gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. Oh my goodness. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is it going to use some dark magic? died. You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate to not see her win another battle. You take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic. Ooh! You guys, do we want to cast a spell or do it the hard way? I feel like the correct answer is to do it the hard way, but I really want to cast a spell just to see what happens. You know? I don't know. You said I don't want to be a secret ingredient. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna cast the spell, I think. You take out your own spellbook and let your instincts guide you to a page you've never seen before. It's a summoning spell that will conjure up a spork monster. Now seems like a good time to add some chaos to the mix. You've summoned me! Ah, the broom cooking arena! So many fond memories of battling in this place. In my old life. In your old life, I was always the monster I wasn't always the monster you see before me. No. Once I was a student like yourself who attended this school. Spork monster notices the book you're holding. I see what's going on here. Things aren't going your way, huh? Been there, my friend. I tried to cast a spell on myself to imbue my body with the powers of my favorite foods. As you can imagine, things did not go as planned. When spells say only cast in case of emergency, they mean it. I'm kind of in a pinch here. Got any better ideas? The spork monster's smile turns up mysteriously. For starters, never cast spells on yourself. Cast them on your rivals. Just tell me who has given you trouble and we'll take very good care of them. You motion for Ashley, and before you can think better of this dastardly decision, he recites a spell that turns her into a chicken. Now a mere bird, she flaps her wings and glides off into the produce section of the arena, far from her station. Okay, gotta go. Bye. Uh-oh, this could be dangerous. You're immediately racked with guilt over this act of blatant transmogrification. You didn't know what to do? Would be poetic justice for Ashley to live out the rest of her days as a chicken, and yet that seems unspeakably cruel. After all, it's just a cooking competition. Yeah, we gotta save her. Turn to the next page and cast a reversal spell. Chicken Ashley immediately transforms back into herself. Bach? Spork monster is the real Colonel Sanders. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, hi Munchie. She's in shock and still exhibiting some chicken-like movements, but otherwise appears to be all right. Is it just me, or does the chicken seem remarkably fresh today? Right then, you realize that Colonel Sanders witnessed your entire sabotage. He is not impressed. Your heart sinks as you think of how much you might have disappointed him and ruin your chances of any kind of future together. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep within yourself, or you give up and drop out of culinary school. No, we gotta summon the power. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns up and mac and cheese. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Ivy, you were the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning... This fucking kid. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue! Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Ivy. You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But, Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders is... What a guy. What a guy. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food you... Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. Seems we're missing some students. Pop? Blank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee, I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Prank. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki I spy afloat in its itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Ivy, for helping me to believe in myself. Van Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to snip the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to potter erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof! Woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine! Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Oh my gosh. I can't eat this. My teeth keep poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could be so difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last time you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another minute, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That looks pretty good too. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Ivy? If I told you, it's a display case. It's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. Isn't the last you've heard of me either. Class gets much smaller. I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. That looks so good. You guys, I'm starving. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never ever tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone is graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house. Ow, ow, ow. You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says he can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they have committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did when they were villains. Why does she look kind of hot now? Look at her. Look at her. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. Oh my gosh, guys, the ghost is back. Lug. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh my gosh, this kid. Considering Postmating KFC to work now? Honestly, yeah. A mac and cheese bowl sounds so good right now. Oh. Amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name. Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry. Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her... Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom, like a Hollywood movie. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched across his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello? Oh my gosh, hi, Zooey. What's up? Oh my gosh, Zooey, how are you? Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events. An offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and watch get accidentally blown away by a single breeze. Okie dokie. The music at the entrance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I actually learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Ooh, look at him in his little t-shirt. Little t-shirt and his little glasses. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. That honestly looks so good right now. Look at the double mashed potatoes. Ooh. The end? Question mark? No, it's not the end. Okay. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Ivy, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Ivy. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his track. Work together. Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Ivy, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually, and along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Is that actually the end this time? Guys. Loud. So loud. Oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh, that was so loud. What a masterpiece. What a weird ending also. So we got him to love us, but he still doesn't respect us. Okay. Well. Oh my gosh, Hawk. What's up, buddy? You missed all the fun. That game was ridiculous, you guys. I'm so happy that I found that. I think it was like $2 or something. So worth it. Absolutely so worth it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been a great time, honestly. Oh, who do we want to raid? Let's go raid Munchie. You're pissed they cut out the raw sex scene? Honestly, same. I'm not 100% sure if I'm streaming tomorrow or not. Just because I still need to finish packing for Vegas because I leave on Saturday. I love you too, Casey. I might stream, but if I do stream, it'll be a short stream. What an incredible stream. Thank you. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me. This has been a blast, honestly. I think this is the most fun I've had streaming in a minute. Next week, I will be in Vegas. I'm still gonna stream, but I'll just be playing Switch games. I won't have my full PC set up. And then the week after that, you guys, we're gonna play The Last of Us Part 2. I know, I'm excited as well. We're gonna go raid Munchie. When you get over there, send the raid emote. I'll drop some in the chat right now. Also send my love. Zooey, you get my love as well. Tell Munchie I said hello. I hope that you guys have a good rest of your evening. I might stream tomorrow just for like an hour or two. I don't know. If I do, it'll probably be like a cute little community game like Jackbox games or something. I think that would be fun. That's all I got for you. Have a good night, you guys.